Hello and welcome to another episode of Boldly Going. And as I'm Merlin, sometimes known as Joe, I got the film fanatics here with me, and they're laughing at me right now because my voice is not as strong as it usually is. But Dan's laughing over there, and
Hello.
Justin's trying not to laugh over here.
Howdy. With a movie trailer voice.
The movie trailer voice. And today we're going to be going back through Star Trek today, going back to Next Gen. What's the episode today, guys?
This is called Projections.
The holodeck episode that's not a holodeck
Not
episode.
Next Gen, though. Voyager.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
See, I'm out of it. Voyager. See, you know what, though? They might as well be the same. It's fine. I don't, at this point, no offense.
I get them mixed up all the time now.
Well, there you go.
Well, one's got the bald guy, but yeah, Projections. Now I remember. You know what, Ed? I think that I'm going to give it to Dan.
All right. Yeah, I'll take it.
I feel like I want to give it to him today.
Well, there is a Next Gen connection with this one, as Riker, the Beard himself, directs this episode. Jonathan Frakes.
He's typically a good director.
Yeah. So in this episode, there's a Kazon attack on the Voyager, and the computer reads that no life is on board. So the Doctor's program is activated. We love the Doctor, but he's about to terminate his program, feeling, well, if nobody's here, I've served my purpose. Goodbye, world.
Dark.
But then Torres and a very injured Janeway turn out to still be remaining, helps them out, but then sort of takes a left turn as evidence arises that that he may not be the hologram Doctor because he starts bleeding. So is he maybe the program's creator, Dr. Zimmerman, stuck in a malfunctioning holodeck? Possibly. And we go from there. Howling Mad Murdoch from the A-Team guest stars here as a hologram of Barclay, which is Dr. Zimmerman's old assistant. And we don't see some of my least favorite characters in this episode.
Uh-oh.
No Harry Kim?
Tuvok has one scene at the end. Harry Kim, I think he was there at the end too.
No Paris, though.
No Paris. Chakotay's there at the end. He kind of saves the day, actually. So, yeah, man. I mean, that right there is gangbusters for me.
Damn.
Because, look, I love the Doctor. You know, I think Picardo is a great actor and one of my favorite parts of Voyager. Torres is fine. I didn't mind seeing her.
She's interesting.
Neelix was in a scene or two. He's always fine. And Janeway, again, doesn't ever run anything, but she's there, and I guess that's interesting enough. No, I mostly liked this episode. I mean, it's basically Total Recall.
Yeah.
But in Trek form.
Yep. So holodeck recall, but
holodeck recall, total holodeck.
Don't time us.
Laughing's dangerous.
Yes. But, look, obviously Frakes has some idea of how to get the best Trek out of Trek.
He does know Trek pretty well.
He does, and I actually think, he pulls it together pretty well. I think the sort of mystery element of what is really happening is pretty engaging. I actually really liked this one. I love that the Doctor is front and center. I love that he's having this crisis of I don't know what's real and what's not, and who are you and who am I and why am I bleeding, and I generally liked this episode. I give it an A-.
A-?
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of love. What does Justin think about it, though?
Well, I do have to say, when I found out that this was Riker's entry into Voyager lore, I can't say I was willing to lay out the welcome mat.
Man.
Though, it was a doctor-centric episode, and Doctor as Beowulf was never a bad deal, so...
No.
This one, I like the fact that Trek decided to go a bit more philosophical, a little bit more cerebral, which I think is really what makes up some of the best Trek.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's always consistent with it, and by the end of it, I don't think anything that really occurred, frankly, really matters.
Bottle episode
by any other name. But really, what holds us together is Picardo and his reactions to everything that's going on. Frakes is a director. I could take or leave. I think some things he does well. I think other aspects, not so much. I think for me, the biggest issue I had with his whole layout was it felt more like he was trying to make this as a movie and then decided at the last second, okay, let's shoot for an episode and figure out what we need to cut down to 45 minutes. Because there's the ending, then there's the not ending, and then there's the ending again. Yeah.
It's true.
It's like, okay, I get it. We're playing with the what is real, what isn't. And I mean, once you get there, you need to get there. Don't beat around the bush. If it was a 2-hour movie, maybe I wouldn't mind so much. But here, time is short. Make the most of it.
Oh.
And what was weird about it was also, I don't know why he decided to randomly bring the Kazon back.
Because they're the main villains of Voyager.
They're the main Voyager villains.
Sorry, man.
Not necessarily, but
at the moment, yeah.
I mean, later on, not so much. But
who cares about later on? We're in season 2. This is what we're,
you're right.
This,
I mean, we've encountered
this
a
is
few
where we
villains.
are right now.
Yes,
we've encountered a few villains in Voyager, but
yeah, that's true. But at the moment, this is what they have to work with. It's kind of like the Ferengi, except keeping them as villains.
For better or for
Cardassians
worse.
in Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
It's the
We see
Cardassians
them all the time.
Yes.
You got your staple villain, and sometimes there's a transition. But like,
Curse you, I have an angry Bajoran.
the answer
Cough,
is
cough, Kira, cough, cough.
literally the answer is honestly the fact that, quite frankly, they had these costumes available. They had this makeup available. It was readily accessible. So let's use it again.
Yes, but did
why.
it have to lead to, in like otherwise very serious, dark episode?
Yes.
We have random food fight with Kazon.
Justin, you know as well as I do that no matter how cerebral or serious Trek gets, it has to have a little
It's
camp.
almost a little silly.
It has to have a little camp.
Yeah.
Some more so than others.
I think every episode we've seen has at least a little bit.
A throwaway quoting
whether
line.
it's from Neelix or whether it's from.
Battle Line's not really the original the DS9 version of Jitrell, not really.
I'm not saying they're all campy, but it's generally kind of acceptable.
I think there's usually at least one joke or campy moment.
I mean, I'm fine with humor in Trek. That's fine by me. But just an otherwise very dark, very serious episode, it stuck out like a sore thumb.
Oh, there are definitely some dark ones. You're right. Maybe tonally it wasn't handled quite as well, but this
Like
was.
You want to stick in a one-liner? By all means, go crazy.
Not like a super early directorial effort from Frakes, but he does improve as
Was
he
this
goes
before
along.
he did the TNG movies, or
It would be before.
Okay.
It would be before.
Wasn't sure.
But he'd done a number of episodes before this. So
I
Yeah,
believe
didn't
it.
he do a bunch of next gens?
yeah,
towards the end.
a lot of next gen.
Yeah.
He wrote some.
So-
He did some DS9. I mean, they.
Yeah, so this wasn't his foray into
Yeah,
behind the lens.
But maybe it's possible he was thinking ahead to the movies, and he obviously did a couple of them. So it's
Yeah.
But maybe he did better with less condensed time, which is true. I think in one case, maybe not so much the other. But
I was gonna say, didn't he direct like one of the worst TNG ones?
and the best one. So
Yeah,
take and leave
that's
it.
fair.
But anyway, as far as this episode
but
goes,
what's Justin's grade?
yeah. What is
I
this?
would shoot for probably B+.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I actually really like this episode. I think that doctor-centric is usually pretty good. I really like him a lot. He's my favorite character in Voyager for sure.
Yeah, mine as well.
And the themes of this one, you're right, it is Total Recall, but if you're going to borrow from something like that, one of the great sci-fi
True.
Why not?
questions there is definitely there.
And they're in deep space already, so they could get their asses to Mars if they had to.
Actually, that's in the Earth Solar System, Dan. And
Oh, you're right. They're way far. You're right.
It's
They're
probably going to take
far
about
ahead
as
of
long.
that. All right.
493 years.
True.
It was a good joke, though. I did. I liked the opportunity. No, but yeah, you're right. A lot of the bad characters aren't in this one, so it's more focused on a couple. I like Torres a bit. Janeway's there. It was great. She's there, which is interesting enough.
But she's incapacitated for half of it, and then. But I do have to give major points though. They managed to have Chakotay save the day without being Native American because Native American.
That's a plus for sure. I'd say it's Janeway definitely improves as the show goes on, but I guess I didn't realize how early in the show she's just basically
She's just
pointless.
nothing.
She's just
Well, she's incredibly inconsistent based on the writers. You'll have some episodes where she's got a lot of agency, and will do a lot in a very short period of time. And you'll have episodes where she's background dressing.
the answer of that's pretty clear. Why it's inconsistent about what to do with the female captain.
Yeah.
How do we write her?
They don't write women very well. We know that.
Well, that's a bad joke to be made here. I won't go there. But anyway, the Kazon do suck. I don't like them there either, but what you gotta do is Voyager, costumes are there. We'll shoehorn the next villain here. But overall, I think it's pretty good. I leave it with a B.
It's definitely one of the best Voyagers I've seen thus far. Voyager doesn't usually get too high marks from us. But
No, it's a good episode. I really do enjoy it.
yeah. Well, that's what happens when you sack most of the cast and focus on the most interesting and likable one.
That's actually a valid point.
Work for the Torres episode.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a good point. A lot of the characters in Voyager are annoying.
Yeah.
They aren't very good.
And they're not here.
Yes.
Which makes it better.
That's great.
So this would be the ideal show for you.
You basically...
An incapacitated Janeway.
It's definitely one of the higher grades for me. I can't remember the last A- I gave to a Voyager.
It should be about the Doctor. With some guests.
It should be called Star Trek Doctor. Or Star Trek
Mid-Bay.
Picardo.
Star Trek Picard. I think you're right. It'll be good. But we're going to wrap this one up this time. We're going to go back to TOS. But, before we do, we got to go over the last couple ones. What did you guys think won the round? Would it be Voyager this week?
No, because of the Gorn.
It's got to be the Gorn.
It's got to be TOS.
Not Wesley takes the SATs?
Yeah, Wesley
man.
and the SATs.
Wesley SATs wasn't bad.
Honestly, I have to be honest. All of these were okay. Like last week you had Kira with the slave labor camp.
True.
That was kind of interesting. I liked the Wesley SAT episode. This is actually a pretty good month for all of them.
I was going to say.
But
definitely had worse months.
Gorn.
Yeah, I guess you can't beat the Gorn.
You can't
Classic.
beat on the Gorn.
Classic.
So.
Well, I guess you can try, but you'll fail. Unless you have a bamboo cannon.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so I would say Gorn for sure.
Yeah, what do you think, Justin? Sound about right? I think so.
Oh, yeah, no. Gorn takes this week.
Yeah, that was
this month.
dumb question just for iconic status alone. You can't.
Yeah. Well, we do have to discuss it though.
Oh
every
yeah.
month.
We have to pretend.
We have to do the wrap up. Yeah. So.
You're right. It was an overall good week, which is rare.
Yeah.
Watch these old episodes, guys, and look for new ones. Comment below, and I'm gonna say goodbye.
Yep. We'll see you.
Till the next time.